the disciples of self-realized Saint Sant Shri Asharamji Bapu find themselves the opportunities of selfless service on their own. Like you can see here, the servitors taking help materials loaded on the vehicles for a Bhandara to be held for the poor of Jhikri in Odisha. These servitors are out to render multifarious services to society under the banner of Bhakti Jagriti Kirtan Yatra.
We have been connected with this service for about 15 years now. And by the benign grace of our revered Gurudev, such Bhandaras and Harinam Sankirtan Yatras have been being organized in a systematic fashion under the supervision of our Kesrapalli Samiti.
These servitors have prepared the bundles of necessary items for distribution through Bhandaras amongst the poor people. And now it's time to distribute these bundles.
Bhandaras are held amongst the poor. We prepare kits putting a blanket, utensils, a sari, then rice, pulses, oil, salt, matches, a candle and a packet of sweets also. Then there are some other items too in these kits which we distribute in thousands. Within a span of 11 days, we have been rendering these services by reaching out to even such remote areas which are not easily accessible to people.
These servitors are making preparations for the food prasada for the poor people. This preparation itself is reflective of the magnitude of the Bhandara. These servitors had been chanting Hari Om while participating the food prasada here. This is to ensure that food prasada is consecrated into ambrosia. And that is not all. In order to relieve these poor people from diseases, free health services too are being provided.
We are rendering free Ayurvedic health service in this Bhandara. Here most people come with complaints of knee pain, backache and gastric. So we provide them free medicines as well.
Even the poor people were very much happy to participate in the Bhandara being held in the pious company of Sri Satish Baiji, a disciple of Saint Sant Shri Asharamji Bapu, because they did not only get to imbibe in the impulsive joy of chanting the name divine, but also received a bundle each filled with a long list of useful materials. The poor people eagerly and joyously recounted the gifts they had received in the Bhandara.
Utensil, matches, rice, pulses, biscuit, sari, blanket, oil.
Feeling good.
How do you feel chanting God's name here?
Yes, feeling good.
When these poor people departed towards their respective abodes, after the Kirtana of the name divine and the final Aarti, it was clearly evident that today they had received all that even without asking, which they could have obtained only from true Masiha. And now let's move to Ghajalwadi of Odisha, where the servitors of self-realized Saint Sant Shri Asharamji Bapu have arrived to hold a Bhandara amongst the poor people. Here the bundles with necessary items for the poor are being prepared. This is to ensure that everyone is provided with the same number of gifts in a systematic manner. Here a free medical camp is being run. The goal of this medical camp is to let the poor stay healthy.
Here we are also providing free Ayurvedic medicines to people by going into the village where most people are addicts, and that is why we are also running a de-addiction campaign over here.
Here Bhajan and Kirtan was held along with the free medical checkup camp, and now it's time to have the food prasada. All poor people did eat their fill. Finally, they were visibly happy to get the gifts and cash from the servitors. And let's now find out how the servitors of Bapuji reached the compassionate services of the Bhandara to the poor people in Kesrapalli Ashram of Odisha. People began to throng the ashram right since the morning. The Bhandara was held here only after circumambulation of the Bird Basha. The poor people were provided with blankets so that nobody is left shuddering in the cold weather. Thereafter, these poor people had the food prasada and left joyously for their homes. No worldly scale could ever measure the depth of the inner joy and satisfaction that was experienced by these selfless servitors in rendering their services, as well as by the poor people in receiving the same. Rishi Darshan presents Rishi Darshan mobile app. Now your favorite spiritual video magazine Rishi Darshan is available on iPhone and Android, means on all devices. And you will find very easy to sign up. You can sign in with Google. Well organized home screen, auto-fill membership form, easy and secure payment, user-friendly member area, quick support on help desk, and a very attractive feature which is a gift membership to your favorite people. If you want to share, you can share everywhere in the social media. A new Rishi Darshan app is being introduced here. Entirely free for 1 month, means free trial for everyone. Your favorite spiritual mentally magazine Rishi Darshan is now available on the App Store, and you can get it on Play Store also.